Hi! Someone on Tumblr said to me, can you make a video about what adult, not like adult, winky face, but like college/adult books you suggest for people who read mostly young adult novels? I want to start reading a wider variety of books. Smiley face. I thought, wow, what a great question that I would love to answer. But I wanted to explain first why I love adult fiction books so much and why I've been so drawn to them. I also want to talk about what perks they have as opposed to young adult novels or even children's books. I just want you to know that I'm not trying to intentionally demean young adult books or children's books or any other genres, because every single one has their exceptions, and every single one has some gems that are absolutely lovely, and then have some atrocious books as well. I myself read all sorts of books. I read children's books and young adult books and adult books and classics. The classic adult books are so much different from the modern adult books, and those are the ones that I'm going to be talking about in this video, are the modern adult books. I tend to really enjoy modern adult fiction, and this is why. Adult books are otherworldly without being literally in another world. They're based on reality and you can completely relate, but at the same time, the stuff that goes on is so completely far-fetched, and it's kind of like reality TV, except for a lot more clinchers, if that's even possible, and a lot less stupidity. Another thing that's really cool is they literally put you in an adult's mind, or if it's like a kid's point of view, they still talk about many different adult things, which is really cool, because when I was little, I always wanted to be involved in like the adult conversations and everything, and I would just sit at the table and pretend to understand what was happening. I still do the same thing now. I'm 18 and my parents still don't tell me everything. So it's really cool to just like be in their mind and know what they're thinking at all times. It's like you entered this secret passageway. And like I said before, there's no room for stupidity in adult novels. There's none. Not to say that all young adult books have sappiness or cliches or anything like that, but a lot of them tend to. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's appropriate, but not all of the time, and I feel like a lot of young adult books that I read do tend to have those. There are exceptions, like I said, The Fault in Our Stars, the #1 exception, and I know that there's so many others. I can name them off the top of my head, but a majority of them do have cliches, and adult books, a majority of them don't have cliches. Some of them still do, absolutely still do, but a majority of them don't, which is definitely nice in my opinion. And all the modern adult books that I've read have wonderful quotes in them, thought-provoking characters, and a substantial amount of shock value. I just happen to love all of these things, and I just so happen to find them all packaged in modern adult books. Here are some that I would definitely recommend to you if you usually just read young adult books and you want to find shock value and wonderful quotes and thought-provoking characters and all of those good things. First is most definitely Television by Augustin Burroughs, because it's very short, it's a very quick read. It does have shock value, but it is based on reality, and it's so funny. And like I said, it's a quick read, it's just cute and quirky, and it ties together really funny in the end, and it's great. Augustin Burroughs is great. However, it doesn't have the depth that most adult books do, so like that's why I said that it was a good read. Not to say that all young adult books don't have depth, but this one would be a good one to start out with, I think. If you do want the depth, if you're craving the depth, go for Running with Scissors by Augustin Burroughs, because this is his life story. Shock value, out the door shock value. It's insane, but it's based on reality. This is his life story, and it's insane, and I think it's just, I have no words. Augustin Burroughs is fantastic. Next one I recommend is my all-time favorite book ever, and that's Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. It's my favorite book ever. It's just such an incredibly cool story with absolutely wonderful quotes, and I just love it. If there's one book that I would suggest to everybody, it's Fight Club, and it's definitely an adult book. It has adult themes in it, but it's fantastic for everyone to read, so that is why I suggest it. And if for some reason you don't want to read Fight Club, maybe you didn't like the movie or something, Diary is also a really cool Chuck Palahniuk book, so I would suggest that. Really cool with a lot of depth, and it's just a crazy ending as well. Chuck Palahniuk loves his crazy endings. It is creepy, absolutely mental. I just love his books, I really do. This is the second one that I would suggest by him, definitely. This Is Where I Leave You. You guys saw this already. I read it last month. This is the only book that I've read so far by Jonathan Trapper. I definitely expect to be buying more of them. It was humorous, it had a lot of great quotes, and it's definitely an adult book, and I would definitely suggest it. It's based on a crazy family and their crazy reality, and it's just really good. The last one that I would suggest, I just have the cover right now because the book is sitting on my bed and I'm getting ready to finish it. The Casual Vacancy. This is my kind of book. book. I know a lot of people didn't like it so far, but this is totally my kind of book, and it is an adult book, and so far it's really good. I have 100 pages left, and I'm definitely going to be reviewing it. If not just to review it, then to at least defend its glory as an adult book, because I don't think many people at all gave it the chance that it should have gotten. And that is really it. If you guys have any adult books that you want to suggest, please suggest them in the comments section, because I love adult books. I love modern adult books. Of course, like I said, this is not based on classics at all. Classics are a completely different story. Not that I don't still love them, of course. I mean a completely different story and what I would suggest and recommend and all of that. But if you have any modern adult fictions that you love reading, then please put them down below. Also, thank you so much for the scary book recommendations. I put a few of them in my wish list. I plan on purchasing some of them really soon, and I'm very excited. I will see you guys soon. Bye!